Greetings everybody, and welcome back to another edition of What to Do Wednesday. If you just so happen to be here for the very first time and you're wondering, well, who is this girl here talking to me? My name is Donella. If it wasn't obvious from the title down here, my name is Donella. Yes, that's me. It's me right here, and this is my little world right here. Now, for this tutorial, I was really excited to create this because somebody actually dropped me an inbox message and they were like, if you had to attend one of the most popular shows, what type of makeup look would you wear there, and can you actually film it? And I was like, of course. Do you even have to bother ask? Of course I would. So the only actual popular, well, I'm not saying that none of the other shows are popular, but we all know that the National Carnival Queen Pageant pulls a hell of a crowd. So when they say the most popular one, that is the one that instantly came to mind. So I was like, obviously it's the National Carnival pageant, and aka the circuits, and the type of look I would wear would be something that is dewy and glowy, and of course I would have to implement a red lip. And if you have not already guessed, I am wearing Stunner Lip Paint in this tutorial. Yes, in this video right here, I am wearing Fenty Beauty. Yes, I is. Yes, I is. So without further ado, if you guys actually want to see the type of look that I would wear and how I created it, then please stay tuned. Now that we have this little situation under control, my little Erica Badu, I always give my hairstyles a name. Yes, I had the Beyonce and I had the Riri. Now I have the Erica Badu going on over here. So usually at nighttime, whenever I apply my makeup, I always use some sort of facial oil before I prime or apply any sort of makeup, as I said before. And one of my favorites that I use before I apply my makeup at nighttime is the Farsali Volcanic Elixir. Now, according to their site, right, the white bottle that you guys have seen me feature here on my channel before, the rose gold elixir, is actually a daytime elixir, and this one is actually supposed to be for nighttime use. So I use this a lot before I go to bed, just to keep my skin looking like it should, looking non-ashy basically. So I've already applied this, and of course you guys know I always apply 2 primers to my face. I applied the Makeup Forever Step 1 Skin Equalizer, and then I went in with my Becca long name primer. So after that, I'm going to move on to my eyebrows, and I think I mentioned this before, one of my favorite eyebrow pencils. I don't think this is actually for eyebrows, but I use it for eyebrows anyway because I actually love the color and the way how it just keeps my brows looking slayed until I'm ready to take them off. I'm not a big fan of the pomades anymore. I think it's because I have oily skin. So over time, in maybe 2-3 hours, my eyebrows start looking all greasy, and I don't like it. So I prefer using an actual pencil where the consistency of it is a little bit more drying than the actual waxy thing that the pomades give off. I don't like that waxy thing at all. So let me just get my eyebrows on real quick. So now that we have our eyebrows done, let's move on to creating an eye look. Now, if I had to be sitting in the crowd at National Carnival Queen Pageant, if I didn't have to work backstage as a freelance makeup artist, I would definitely go for something that's glowy, something where people can stay like over so and say, oh yeah, that's WTDW sitting down in row number whatever, in seat number whatever. Yeah, that's how I want everybody to see me, because I'm extra like that. So I'm going to start off with my first transitioning color, which is this color right here from my Dose of Color Baked Browns eyeshadow palette, and this color is actually called Cherrywood. And I'm just going to focus on the crease area, and for this look I'm actually going to be using one of the Artist Couture, or maybe 2 of the Artist Couture highlighters as my eyeshadow, because as I said before, I want to look glowy and dewy and sexy. So I want to go for something that's popping, something where everybody can see my eyelids, my highlight, my lipstick, everything. You can see me from down this and know that that is me. So let me just figure out which color I want to use on my eye, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I think I finally made up my mind. I think I'm going to start off with a little bit of Le Bronze, and then I'm going to pack on a little bit of concealer. Now, both of these highlighters are from Artist Couture, as you can see. So I'm going to start off with Le Bronze, because Le Bronze one's a little bit more on the coppery rose gold side, and concealer is basically like a pure gold pigmented highlight. So I'm going to start off with Le Bronze. Now these highlighters are pretty powerful, so you have to be really careful, which is kind of why I'm doing my eyes first, because I know I'm definitely going to have a lot of fallout. Definitely. As these highlights are finely milled and they're very loose, like you're definitely going to have fallout, you have to apply it using a pressing motion because you want it to actually stick or adhere to whatever primer that you use on your lid. I used regular concealers because I don't know, I find the regular eyeshadow primers, or maybe it's just the type that I use, the one that I use doesn't really do much. So I'm going to just press this onto both of my eyelids. Yeah, you have to definitely use pressing motions for this. Now moving on to the other Diamond Glow powder, I'm just going to pack a bit of Conceited directly over the bronze. And I know some persons might think that this is a little bit too much glow, but I shouldn't have, you know, I just like being extra way a charcoal. So I'm going to add a little bit of Conceited over the bronze. Now, I don't really want to lose too much of the coppery rose gold look that I have going on here, but I do want to add a little bit of gold to it, you know, just take away some, add some, you know, that type of thing that I have going on here. So I'm just going to keep pressing it on. I have a lot of fallout because these Diamond Glow powders are so finely milled, they almost like, I don't even know, what should I compare them to? I don't know, just really finely milled. So now that I have this look on, I think I'm going to deepen the outermost portion of my eye just a tad bit, like into my dose of color Big Brown's, what is this called, eyeshadow palette. I'm just going to take this dark brown right here. This color is called Rock Bottom, and I'm going to focus it directly on the outermost portion of my eye. Now I don't really want it to be too dark. I just want to deepen it up a tad bit. I said it's a tad bit. I'm just going to pack some rock bottom right there. Rock bottom. I don't know. I already went ahead and applied my liner. Y'all already know which one it is. This one from England. It's like the blackest black liner you could ever find on the market, and I absolutely love it. And I don't know if anybody notices it, but you notice whenever you apply your liner how it just lifts your entire eye look. I mean, considering that you add lashes and it makes it look even more popping, but you know, this is a nighttime look that I'm creating and I want to go, I don't know, I just want to look extra. So, okay, so now in terms of lashes, I would definitely go for something like this. I think this is a drugstore brand, Kiss, yeah, the I Envy lashes. This one is in the number 03, the wispy demi lashes. This one is in the number 03. It's a little bit on the longer side than the regular ones that I featured here already. And I don't really want to go for something too dramatic because I want to see on the stage. I don't want something to be like in my eye or whatever. I want something dramatic, but not too dramatic, you know, something that's long but not too long, you know. I want everything to basically meet in the middle. So I would definitely go for this type of lash. Okay, ladies, so as I was saying, if you're going to wear falsies, you know, wear something that's a little bit more wispy, something that's a little bit more lightweight, something that's not going to obstruct your vision and cause confusion in the path, especially if you go with your significant other, because you know they like to say, I tell you, don't put them thing down your eye, you know. You see that now? You see that now? Trust me, they love to say that now. The man them, they love to say them things there. So in order to avoid that, next thing you know, y'all sitting next to each other and the sugar, you know, now you're arguing now, you don't even know what the hell y'all arguing for. In the first place, when you catch yourself, you realize you're arguing over a pair of lashes on your eyeball, because next thing you're rubbing and they end up on your eyeball. So to avoid all of that, we can just stick to something that's very simple, very simple, and we're gonna wear some nice, lovely demi wispies. All right, so I'm actually applying to my waterline the Milani Stay Put waterproof eyeliner. I like to wear waterproof eyeliners whenever I'm going out to a function, mostly because I'm always laughing, and sometimes when I laugh water comes out of my eye. So you know, even if I have to do a little tap, you know, my liner is gonna stay in place. So now that we've applied our waterproof liner, let's move on to actually, you know, applying some foundation. and highlight, concealer, you know, everything else that you want to apply to your face. Now, one of the very first thing that I've been doing as of late, because I've basically stopped color correcting, what I want to do is actually conceal the darkness underneath my eyes. I don't know if you guys can actually see it here on camera, but I do have a bit of darkness going on under my eyes. And I do have, like, people actually think that these are scars. Now, this is the scar right here, but I actually have a lot of moles in my face. This is the mole right here. This is the mole right here. This is one here. This is one here, 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 here. I have a lot of moles in my face. Why? I don't know. They're just there. But a lot of people take my moles for face scarring. And one of the things that I actually do is layer on concealer. So I would start by applying this one from Black Opal. I think I actually I bought this some time ago, and for some reason I didn't like it, but I've been wearing it to work on a daily basis, and I kind of warmed up to it, you know. I don't know, maybe at the time it wasn't, you know, it was a little bit too new. You know, sometimes when you try something for the first time and you're like, ugh, you have to try it maybe 1, 2, 3 more times in order for you to like it. Yeah, that's what happened to me here with this Black Opal, what is this called? Flawless Concealer. Yeah, Black Opal 05. This is actually in the shade Beautiful Bronze, and I absolutely love this. And I forgot to wet my beauty blender, so I will be right back. Okay, so I'm back. As I was saying before, is that I've actually skipped the whole color correcting thing since the scarring on my face have basically lightened up. And what I do these days is I layer my concealers. So I would start off by using the first one underneath my foundation, and then I would apply the second one over my foundation. So I would actually conceal my dark under eyes with the first layer of concealer and make sure I blend that out, like blend it out completely. Now for this look, I'm going to be using my Maybelline Fit Me. Yeah, there it is. My Maybelline Fit Me foundation, the Dewy Smooth Finish, and this one is in the color Mocha. Now, usually I would mix Mocha and coconut together, but because it's a nighttime look, and I have a feeling coconut might be a little bit too light right now, so I'm just going to apply Mocha on its own, and then I'm just going to layer it with my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade, I don't know, is it Amande? Well, Francois NARS is a Frenchman, so I assume it's Amande. I don't know, it could be Amande, but this is, I don't know. Amande, that shade. I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce that, okay? So I'm just blending out my foundation with my beauty blender. I don't normally do this, but for some reason I've been feeling my beauty blender these days again. You guys know I would normally reach for a brush to blend out my foundation, but I don't know. I actually like the way how the beauty blender blends out the Maybelline foundation, so I've been using my beauty blender as of late whenever I apply my Maybelline foundation. Okay, so I'm going to apply my second coat of concealer. Now, this is a lot, eh? Now, if you're not extra like me, you can always skip the step and just go ahead. As a matter of fact, you don't even have to do the under foundation concealer. If you feel like you don't need that much coverage, you can skip that step entirely. But this is me. I actually know how my skin is and the areas where I need to pay extra close attention to. And one of those areas is my under eyes, because I have darkness under my eyes, and I do have that, you know, that upper lip, what is it called, mustache area. So I have to pay attention to those two areas whenever I am applying my foundation, and just apply a tad bit more concealer in those areas, so you know, look at me. Not that I look at me, but y'all know what I mean. So I'm going to apply my NARS Radiant Creamy Foundation, and because I applied some underneath, I don't really need that much. And I don't contour my nose or highlight my nose because it's a little bit too much for me. A little bit too much for me. Okay, so now that I have my concealer blended out, I'm going to move on to adding a bit of contour to my face, and I'm going to be using the Black Opal foundation stick, and this one is in the shade Ebony Brown. I actually have her in stick form and in compact form. When I saw this and I saw this, I was like, I need them both in my life, in my makeup drawer, so let's just get both of them. So I'm going to be applying ebony brown to my jawline and just go a little bit above my 6 head or my 5 head. Like, I remember I used to get heckled a lot in school over the size of my head. I don't even care. Like, those things don't even bother me now. I'm like, obviously can't do anything about that. I have a big head, I have a big head. I think, now, this shade ebony brown, if I'm not mistaken, I think this one is actually the darkest shade from the foundation stick line and the compact line, of course. I think ebony brown is probably the darkest shade, so I use that to contour, and I absolutely love the fact that it has a bit of reddish undertone, so it kind of gives me that bronzy look without me actually having to bronze. Now, just as I layered my concealers, I'm also going to be layering my translucent powders. I'm going to be starting off with the Laura Mercier translucent loose powder in medium brown. Sometimes I think this is a little bit too dark. Sometimes it works for me, sometimes it works against me. So I'm going to just add a tad bit of the Sacha Buttercup powder over it, you know, just to lighten it a little bit. So let's just add the Laura Mercier first, and then we're going to apply the Sacha Buttercup immediately after. Now, here's a great thing about the Laura Mercier translucent loose powder in medium deep. You know, her first translucent powder, you know, the white one, transparent, I don't know what color to call it. I think it's white. You know, it actually leaves a bit of whitish residue whenever you want to, you know, make your contour pop a bit more and you want to sculpt out that jawline. It actually leaves a bit of whitey residue, but the great thing about this is why I continue to use it and why I continue to buy it is that it doesn't leave that whitish, ashy mask thing on your face whenever you decide that you want to, you know, sculpt out your jawline. So that's one of the reasons why I absolutely love it, and I've switched from actually using the Sacha Buttercup powder and using that to sculpt out my jawline, if you guys are following here. So now that I have all of this on, I don't usually bake anymore, so I'm just going to blend all of this out using my MAC Mineralized Skin, what is this called? My MAC Mineralized Skin Finish Powder, and this one is in the shade Dark Deepest. I'm going to use that to just blend away the excess powder. Now, usually in most cases when persons use a cream contour, they would want to set it, but as I explained before in the beginning, I actually wanted that dewy, sexy, sultry, bronzy, rose. Okay, that's just too much. Those are just too many adjectives. But as I said before in the beginning, I actually wanted that dewy look, so I'm not going to set it. I'm just going to leave it as is. I'm just going to go on the bottommost portion of my lashes with my Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. Once again, I'm just going to pull out those bottom babies right here. Now, going back to an oldie but goodie, I think I featured this blush on my channel a couple of times before. I'm going back to my NARS liquid blush, and this one is in the shade Dulce Vita. Now, I think you can actually apply this with your fingers because it is a liquid blush, so you can play up with it and just add a tad bit of it to your cheekbones. A tad bit, not like me. I think I just added a little bit too much just now, but you know, we could blend it out with our fingers. I actually think that they work better whenever you use your fingers. I used to be killing myself trying to apply it with my brush, my Sigma brush, but I find whenever you tap it on your skin with your fingers, it actually blends out a lot better. So you just use tapping motions and just press it into your cheekbones, and voila, you have a pop of color on there. And then of course we're gonna move on to my favorite part of applying makeup. Y'all already know what that is. So to complete this entire look, I'm going to take the first highlighter, which is Ulla Bronze, and I'm just going to add a tad bit of that to my she is pretty. I'm going to add a tad bit of that to my cheekbones. Now, whenever you're applying highlights, you know, you want to apply it to the highest point of your cheek. I like to apply it from here first and then go around circular motions so that it's not too intense, especially with the, I mean, I've said this time and time again, especially with these diamond gold powders. They are so powerful, you only need just a little bit. I'm going to start from here. Then I'm just going to go around and just try to basically spread the little bit that I add there to the entire area. just going around. And by the way, I'm using my Sigma F42 strobing brush. Time and time again, I actually switch it up. I use the Real Technique brush, the one that shaped kind of like a teardrop, and then sometimes I use this one. It just depends on my mood, or if I feel like, I know, on some days you feel like one brush is doing a better job than the other. In this case, I feel like this one is doing a better job today, so I'm just going to continue using her and just blend out my highlight. To complete this look, I'm going to be wearing what shade of lipstick? Now, if you have not guessed already, I'm going to be wearing a red lipstick. Like, absolutely no question, no debate, nothing. If I have to be sitting in that crowd, if I didn't have to work backstage as a makeup artist, I would be wearing a red lipstick, because guess what? I just love red lipstick. I just love red lipstick. That's just it. Anybody asks me, why do you always wear red lipsticks? I just love red lipsticks. That's just my answer. So anyway, I'm going to be applying the Stunner Lip Paint from the Fenty Beauty line. I'm sure by now everybody is familiar with this liquid lipstick right here. Rihanna dropped it. When was it? Was it the 15th of December? I can't remember exactly. No, it wasn't the 15th. 15th just gone. It was earlier in December. I can't remember what day she dropped it. But anyway, I actually bought it the same week it was released. And so far I've tried it on, like I've worn it like twice already, and I absolutely love the longevity of it. It's like it lasts forever, honestly. Like, I literally had to take like a lip exfoliator to actually get the excess of it up. It's just a long-lasting lipstick, and that's what I'm looking for. If I'm going to be sitting down basically all night at the pageant, then I'm going to be looking for something that actually lasts for the entire night. So if I have to be sitting in the crowd, I'm going to be wearing my Fenty Stunner Lip Paint. The great things I absolutely love about this Stunner Lip Paint, the first thing that actually caught my eye is the fact that it's red, number one. Number two is the packaging. I absolutely love this very long handle and the applicator. It reminds me somewhat of those little mini doll shoes you used to have. I don't know if anybody had like mini dolls growing up. We used to get them big dollies with the big thing. You lean them forward, they make this like, they make this kind of stupid noise. But I used to have like mini dolls as well, and somehow this applicator reminds me of one of them little dolly shoes. I could be wrong. Maybe Rihanna had those type of dolls growing up as well. I'm just saying, it reminds me of that. But the type of pigmentation that comes out of this, just from one coat, I'm just going to show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. Just one coat. And I haven't even gone to my top lip as yet. And look at the type of pigmentation that comes out of this. Oh my God. So anyway, let me just apply the rest of it before I sit here and talk and mess up the entire thing. And I have to start over again. Ladies and gentlemen, we've been stunned. Now, to complete the look, well, not to complete it, but to basically hold it in place all night, of course you have to use setting spray, especially if you have oily skin like me. You guys already know one of my favorite setting sprays. I don't even use anything else. Since I discovered this, I used to try all type of setting sprays until I discovered this one from Boscia, the white charcoal setting spray. And of course you have to give it a good amount of shake before you use it, because it is white. And I remember the first time I tried it and I just sprayed it on my face, and all that white thing was on my face. I said, oh, what's going on there? But, of course, read the label afterwards. You have to shake it first. So, just going to lean back and just make sure that it catches the most important parts of your face. And then we just fan it. Alright guys, so that is it for this look. If you happen to have appreciated this video, or if you happen to really like this look, then please be sure to hit me a big thumbs up on your way out, and also to click that subscribe button if you have not already. This is definitely the look I would wear if I had the opportunity to sit in the audience. I actually have clients for all the major shows for Sugar Mass 46, and I am always humble and grateful whenever anybody chooses me to be a part of their look, especially with such. And I kind of consider my job very, very important, because I play a very big role in making sure that my contestant actually looks amazing when they hit the stage. So that opportunity is always something that I am grateful for. So whenever I get the opportunity to work with any pageant contestant, I'm always willing, ready, and jump. I just jump. I like, oh, makeup, let's go, let's go, let's go. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. And if I don't actually get the opportunity, or I get the chance to upload another video before the end of 2017, then I just want to wish everybody a very Merry Christmas and a happy and prosperous New Year. And please be sure to, you know, come back again for all of my future uploads, because I have so much in store for 2018 for you guys. Thank you guys for supporting me, as I said before, in 2017 when I first opened my channel. And yes, you guys definitely have a lot to look forward for in 2018. Thank you guys so much for being here. Until my next upload, bye bye.